Welcome to ECNTRADE daily video. Before we begin, it should be noted that any advice is of a general nature only and that your personal circumstances have not been taken into consideration. Hello everyone, my name is Rob Clayton and thank you for joining me. The market's finding a little bit more momentum into the Friday session ahead of the US non-farm payrolls, with the market expecting 197,000 for the forecast, with the previous around 236,000 jobs added in September. In light of the pattern, the market is respectively holding for the Australian dollar and for many of the currencies, as the dollar index, which measures the greenback strength against a basket of 6 major currencies, is holding slightly weaker. In light of the pattern, though, we could see a little bit of a gain up towards the 64 cent, but nevertheless the market has broken down since that bearish outside range day was confirmed overnight, and therefore could look back towards 61 as a potential target. Looking at the euro, the market is also finding a little bit of profit taking as the bulls return and erase some of the Thursday losses. Nevertheless, the market is a little bit negative and therefore could see a little bit more weaker play into the current pattern that's holding and ahead of the non-farm payrolls. It's going to be a whippy night, so do be aware that in towards the 11:30 session tonight, it will be whipsawed and very, no doubt, depending what market you're trading, volatile. Looking at dollar yen, well, the market's coasting sideways for the last 3 days after a brief dip that came through on Wednesday. Now, still the market's technically bearish, so I feel there could be a little bit more downside to 146 to 145. The pound has also recovered slightly, but not quite out of the zone to support it for a further rally up to 114, but more, in fact, back towards the 109, 110 area due to the recent ADX supporting the current weakness that came through the last 4 days. Having taken a stab at 1,621, the market's recovered relatively well. And also to note, there was a little bit of divergence as well coming through into this daily pattern that may have helped the market support recovery from Thursday and Wednesday's losses. However, I'm not overly convinced due to the MACD being as flat as it is, so we may see another down test. And wrapping up with oil, well, the market is a little bit mixed, but still capped by that 89.80 area. Unless we see a strong break to the downside around $86, which would give an $81 target, we may see one more test up. But the technicals are weak, so let's see if it can sustain. Well, that wraps it for the week. Thank you very much for joining me. And as always, we're happy to intrade ball. I hope you enjoy the great start to the weekend.